So when you play Farming Simulator 25, do you like an established town or a blank slate? Well, if you like a blank slate, something you can make your own, you'll like this map. It's Survival 4X. It's listed under the UK maps or European maps, because it was taken from a satellite photo from the Netherlands. Let me just show you the map here. Okay, we are here, and this is a satellite photo of a real place over in the Netherlands. And the map is kind of modeled after that. It has 60 farmlands you can buy. You own one, and they're about $250,000 each, 68 acres or so. And this is a pretty good map. I've been playing with it. In fact, I'm going to show you my farm I built on there. But you start out right here. You have a farmer's market, which takes about everything, almost, except for milk. You have an animal shop here. You have the vehicle shop, so you can buy your stuff. It'll show up here. And over here you have the dairy. And then behind that you have the sawmill. The sawmill is the only production point that you can purchase. Okay, the only one you can purchase. The only one here. But there is plenty of land to put stuff there. Let's fly over to your farm and take a look. Okay, so this is the only industrialized area of the map with anything on it. Okay, and you have your little farm. So you're going to come this way. It has some roads in here, and they're not very good. You can always buy the land and improve the roads. Some of them are pretty wide, like this one. There's 60 different farm pieces you can purchase. Like I say, they're about 65, 70 acres each, and $250,000. It varies a little bit, but not much. Okay, this is your farm area. You have this barn, and that's it. You'll need to put a fuel source, possibly a water source. But you do have your land right here is pretty easy to make into some fields right there. Okay, pretty easy to make into some fields. And it extends back down here a little bit. Okay, and then goes back up here. Most of your land is on this side, but you do own all these trees and a little bit of land on that side, and it's kind of hilly. So that's pretty cool. Let's take go a little higher up. Okay, so we're here. There's your farmland. You can see you own all this. Pretty good chunk of land. All right, let's go down and look at your equipment. Okay, here's your barn. It's a little steep in the back. Okay, but the barn itself is leveled out nicely. You have one tractor. It's the Class 470 with 155 horsepower. So that gets you rolling. It does have a quickie front end loader on it, along with a bale fork. You have a winch, so you can get started with some forestry, and you do have a chainsaw as far as handheld tools go. You have a small lawnmower, you have a tedder, and you have a windrower, so you can start making hay, and you have a baler and a trailer to put your bales on. But that is it. You don't have any farming type equipment. What I would do is get a plow and start cutting a field in here. And you do have some borrowing capacity because you own quite a bit of land. Let's just look at the bank real quick. Okay, you can borrow up to $500,000. Okay, like most maps. I thought it might be a little more since you got 70 acres. But there you go. You don't own any animals. You don't own any productions. What you see is what you get. Now let me show you my finished farm here, because it's kind of, let's go up a little bit. Okay, so we're starting here at our barn. Right now you can kind of see your land there, the expanse of your land. Now let's go over to my farm. All right, this is my farm. There's the garage there. Looks about the same, the garage part. I've added a fuel tank. I got a little house over there that you can actually go into. My pickup truck coming this way. I have a silo here, 200,000 liters. I've got something for fertilizer and lime. I've put a chicken pen right here. I've got a hay barn here because I have a sheep pen over here. I've added a garage here. I have a small grass field here so I can feed my sheep. Now let me just show you the original plot of land goes along here, and that's where I cut this road. And the way to do that is you just try to cut the grass and it will end at the edge of your property, so it won't let you cut beyond that, and you have a nice little line. So that's what I did. I cut to the edge of my property, then I used that to make a road. And then I went back with a plow and I cut these fields in there. Okay, so my original piece of land that you start with on this map, I had these 3 fields. Then I went back, of course. There were trees right here where these are. So later when I took the trees off, it was a great spot to put a couple of garages because my field was already short there. Over here I've added, in addition to the fuel tank, I've also added a maintenance thing for my equipment and a water source. And then behind here I have a couple of greenhouses that are giving me some income. And there you go. Now I've since bought this property north of me, added 1 more field. If you got any ideas of what I should do over here, should I put a field? Should I put some productions? Let me know in the comments. You got some ideas for this farm. It's pretty cool. I'm not done with it. I still got to clean it up, make it look nice. But it's coming along nicely after about 40 hours. I got $350,000 in the bank. I don't owe any money. And I have all this land and the land north of me, the piece of property up there. So there's my property there. Quite a bit of trees. I could do some forestry if I wanted to. And there you go. I just want to show you my farm build here that I did with this. So I like a blank slate. It gives you something to work with. There's a lot you can do with it. And it's pretty cool. So I'm Farmer Teacher. Just want to show you this. Share this with your farming buddies. I'll see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.